South Hills Catholic Academy is an independent Catholic school that offers a unique educational and spiritual formation opportunity. Our goal is to ensure that a Catholic education is accessible to all children in the southern region of Pittsburgh, preparing students for higher education through a curriculum built on a foundation of traditional education. South Hills Catholic Academy provides a rich spiritual formation through a school mission centered on vibrant sacramental and devotional life.
The mission of South Hills Catholic Academy is to form every child, body, mind, and soul. There are a lot of arms that come off of that, from the rich spiritual formation to inspiring wonder and awe in everything that we do here. The search for truth, teaching the kids how to find their own truth, and tying it all back, obviously, to our Catholic teachings.
We originally said 3 pillars: Catholic formation, classical education, and affordability.
For years, in different schools that I've been involved in, I'd read about the value of the classical approach to education, but we were unable to integrate those elements into the established curriculum. So this was a school that was going to embrace that classical vision, which integrates very well with the Catholic faith, and that it would be an accessible education to lower income students and families were the reason behind why I said yes to getting involved.
Catholic education has an important role in the formation of the future of the church, and the system tends to be failing across the United States, and the need that South Hills Catholic Academy provides is to restore the opportunity for children to be formed in a very secular world in our faith.
We've made it so that it's socially acceptable and it's cool to practice your faith, to pray in Latin, to sing and participate at Mass, to be academic.
It's also a unique offering that doesn't exist in the South Hills today, which makes it attractive to families that the current system might not be meeting their needs.
We're offering a prep school caliber curriculum at a scholarship rate.
What we're doing here now is we are equipping these young men and women not just someday to be educated and engaged voters in their community, but to be educated and engaged and very compelling leaders in our community.
I think that this school successfully teaches children how to embrace the truth of the Catholic faith, but just like objective truths in the world too. And it was just everything that we hoped for our children's education and everything we wanted for them, and it really mirrored what we were doing at home.
I don't have to worry about my child at school. Like, I feel comfortable and confident that they would raise them the way that they would be if they were homeschooled.
I think that being part of the South Hills Catholic Academy family is having community with other like-minded families, with people, for my kids to have friends with children whose parents have similar values.
We live a faith-based life at home, so we want to make sure that when our kids are going to school, we want that to carry over and know that, they're leading their life in a Christ-like way.
This school has been doing a good job of keeping Christ in the center and making sure that it's all about faith. And now we can see our kids grow with that, and it just transfers to everything else in life.
We can't outsource our unique role as parents of raising children to be good Christian men and women. But the one thing that we can do is have a school that we can rely upon and trust that it will continue here the mission that we do at home. And what we have found is that it has really supercharged our family's spiritual life. Our kids have become not just better Catholics, but more independent thinkers as Catholics.
How people can be themselves, it's like they don't have to come to school and put on a fake face. They could just come to school and be themselves because nobody here will judge you for who you are, and it's really nice.
I would say it's a really good school. I highly recommend it. The classical track, for one, we go to Mass 2 times a week.
I think Catholic describes South Hills Catholic the best, and in both the root as well as the derivative sense of that word. It is Catholic because we really seek to include the best of everything. We seek to include everybody, every kind of person in our school, and not just faith as a teaching, not just faith as the answer to a test, but faithfulness as a way of life and the connection between the things that we know and the things that we do.
We do that by providing regular and consistent opportunities for Mass, adoration, and have confession, as well as providing an enriching classical curriculum that keeps Christ at the center of all subject areas.
We provide sort of an academic rigor and a really strong academic foundation But people can also, I think, tell that something deeper is working, the work of Jesus Christ.
To see the students change over time and it invigorates their faith as well as the teacher's faith. I do feel that there are kids that have taught me too, and that's something that's invigorating as a staff member.
I think there's a battle for the hearts, values, and souls of our children, and I think ground zero are schools. And I think there's a real danger to our society to not have places like South Hills Catholic Academy to lay that solid foundation built in education and values. And I think it's critical today.
If you sit in our chapel up there and listen to the kids chanting and getting engaged, you see the people who will be the leaders of our church and of our state and of our communities in the future. And I think that we can trust that the model that we have at South Hills Catholic Academy is exactly what we need to form them into the men and women that will, someday take the reins of church and state. The future of Western civilization and the church begins in places like this.